All right, so once you've compiled an application, and let's be clear on the definition of a full submission. A submission is going to be an application and at bare minimum 3 months of business bank statements. What we typically have our sales reps do is ask for 6 just in case. The more bank statements, the better. You can always omit bank statements that are prior in the year as long as the most recent 3 are included. However, if bank statements prior to the year give the picture a more full, voluptuous feel to it, which means you might be able to get better approvals, that more information would be helpful to you. On the flip side, if that other information is not helpful, you can omit it and just give the most recent 3 months, but those most recent 3 months are the most important. You're going to send the email to yourself, and then you're going to BCC all of the submissions emails required by the lenders. So when you build up those relationships with those lenders, typically speaking, you're going to create an Excel sheet of some sort to be able to log all the information that they give you for their submission criteria. I can give you an example of what that's going to look like, but they're going to have their submissions email. I would say 90% of lenders are going to use just simply a submissions email for you to get responses on approvals. There are a handful of lenders that do have physical portals that you have to fill out. Those are a little bit more cumbersome, but the majority of the lenders that you guys are going to work with, you can just BCC them, just make sure they're not CC'd. If you have anyone else on your team that you want to put on this, if you have reps or processors or something like that, feel free to CC, but that's typically going to be for when you have an actual ISO shop with employees. And then add notes and be as specific as possible to help generate a better deal, help the deal get processed faster, whatever it is. But over here, so you're going to have 2 yourself, BCC lenders. The subject line is simply going to be the name of the business in all capital letters. And then you're going to put, hey team, state, put the state of incorporation for the business. There's different types of regulation that comes down to that. Industry, this is typically going to help the funder understand if it's an industry that they like. Positions, instead of just putting 2, I like to list them out just like this. So on deck is an example of a position of a funder, and Everest is an example of another funder. And then I put the balance right here and I correlate the first entry for the funder up here with the balance and the second entry for the funder with the second balance. So you see on deck 50K, Everest 20K. And then you see credit score, it's 630. It's an estimated credit score. Typically speaking, we don't pull credit from merchants from the processing point of view from the brokerage side. I do pull credit, however, on the funder side. But this is going to be the best estimate. And then the amount seeking. This is all the information that you need to get a sub completed. This is just a little bit of extra stuff to help the lender, I think it's organized and it helps them get answers much quicker. Again, add those notes there for anything that took place with the client. Let's say that there was a modified payment for just 2 weeks, but there's a clear-cut story as to why that payment was modified. You might as well go ahead and put it in there. That way underwriters can have an explanation. That way they can potentially avoid giving an auto decline. Or maybe you can put some notes like we're looking for a buyout or a position recently paid off or whatever it is. So you're going to fire that off and then you're going to wait. Some individual lenders will respond to you within minutes, some of which will take hours. On occasion, you will have to follow up with the funders. But this is why it's important that once you do get responses, you're going to log that in some central place, which is what we call that dip sheet or that deals in process sheet. And then they're actually just going to respond. Many of them will just respond in this thread that you've created with the individual approvals or declines. So let's say that you sent to 5 different places. Well, 2 might decline and then 3 might give offers. Those should all be within this thread. Just try to make sure that you don't confuse yourself and you don't send information to the wrong funder because there will be a lot going on within that thread. Some funders will send you separate links to their portals to show you their offers or their offer calculators, but the majority of it will be in one thread. Weirdly enough, with the industry as a whole, a lot of people just use email. People have CRMs, don't get me wrong, and they have offer portals and tech stacks and things like that, but there's so many individuals that are cold calling from their house. There's so many individuals that are considered small businesses. The barrier to entry to this industry is very low. There's no licensing required. So with that being said, however you can get them a sub, they're going to accept and they're going to underwrite and parse those bank statements for you and see if they can give you an offer.